time, let the moment roll. A good cigar's more than smoke, it's medicine for the soul. Stories burn slow like the embers glow. In the leaf and life, we let the good times flow.
What's up, Cigar family? This is Joe and Trey.
And this is Leaf and Life. This is episode 6. And we're going to come at you guys with another review. It's October 1st while we're filming this, so it's the start of, some call it spooky season. Tat Horrors like to call it Month of Monsters. If you see the background here, you might already know what we're doing. We got the Mummy Redux 5, the presentation on these is just...
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. It is a Nicaraguan Puro with a Criollo, I don't know which way you say it, wrapper. It's like 7.5 by 47, so it is a monster cigar. Obviously, it's based on the old school Mummy movie and kind of a callback to the first episode because Boris Karloff played the Mummy.
Yeah,
and that's what we smoked the Boris Karloff in the first episode. I don't know. I don't know how the blends are. I meant to go back and look at the Boris blend and see how it was different, but I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
I've never had a full-size Mummy. I've only had them in like the skinnies or like the other compilations that they do.
This was a treat for me because we were actually going to do a review on a different cigar, and I wasn't able to get by the cigar shop, so I asked Trey to pick me up the cigar that we were going to do the review on, and then all of a sudden he sent me a picture of 2 of these, and he's like, he said, I got the other cigar, but we could switch it up if you want to. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna turn down a Tat by any means.
I have been looking for them. I've been getting the Reduxes. Like I wasn't in the position to buy boxes back when the original monsters were coming out. Like for what they cost. And I've gotten all the Reduxes except for the Frank, and I think I just wasn't paying attention when it came out. So if anybody out there's got a hookup on a box of Franks, I'd be grateful for a reasonable price.
Of course.
But yeah, let's get into it. We both cut. Do you think you did with a V also, right?
Yeah, I went with a V.
So it's got a nice, just like chocolatey brown, real toothy wrapper. You can see some seams, but nothing to be concerned with. Just the classic Tatuaje, monster wrap or a band. The cold draw.
On the cold draw, it's definitely sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we both I took the cold draw first and made a face, and Joe's like, "What the hell's going on?" I was like, "I know it's good, but I don't know what it is." And then he tried it, and I think we both kind of agreed it's almost like a candy corn flavor. Like it was very very interesting.
It smells amazing too.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing lit up and. It's got a closed foot, by the way. But it's got a little pinch that's open. So you can get a good cold draw off of it.
Yeah, sometimes a closed foot, like I don't realize it, and I got to take a cold draw and be like, damn, this thing's plugged. And then look and be like, oh, dumbass. Your initial impression?
It's good. I'm trying to see what I'm getting. I feel like I'm getting a little nuttiness to start with.
Like a slight cinnamon spice and a little earthiness to it.
Yeah, definitely it's got some earth. Like I said, I'm getting a little bit of nuttiness. Definitely has some pepper to it.
Mm-hmm. And which something about these that I didn't know until today. Like I said, I've smoked I don't know how many of the skinnies and other different iterations of it.
Sorry,
Such as dog is
my
in
dog
here.
is walking around and
Um,
sniffing his leg.
Something I didn't know until I started looking more into it today, that this is a version of the Tatuaje Black Label, which is like one of my favorites of their lines. Which I should smoke it more often. I don't know why I don't, but it's really that's always been a good cigar, the Black Label.
Yeah, I do taste the cinnamon on the back end.
Yeah. And what's been going on with you since the last episode?
With me, just staying busy with work, man. It's been a hectic week. I'm ready for the weekend. That's for sure. Uh, got family coming into town on Friday for my son Evan's football game.
Okay.
It's homecoming, and
Oh yeah, that's
so
right.
grandparents are coming into town, and they're spending the night. And so it'll be good to. I haven't seen my in-laws in feels like months because
Okay.
we've just all been so busy. So
Yeah.
it'll be good to catch up with them and see how everything's going there. But how about you?
Yeah, same. Like works. I mean, it's been a little slow, but I was looking at numbers from last year, and September was a slow month last year too. So I don't know what it is about September, but hopefully it picks back up. Which we had decent sales today, so
I'm sure it will. I
hopefully
mean,
it's trending back that way.
yeah,
Um, Other than that, I mean, yeah, just basic stuff.
yeah,
Getting starting to get in the mindset for the holidays.
it's coming,
Yeah.
ready or not.
Right.
Before we go any further, today we are drinking the Contradiction Bourbon, the Smooth Ambler. This is actually a blended bourbon. It's actually really good. It will not break the bank. Get a chance to pick one up. I want to say I picked it up. It might have been $35, somewhere around in there.
It's not bad.
It's actually really good. When we took our first sip, we were talking about you could taste the rye in it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your thoughts on it?
It's good. Like it's like got a sweetness on the nose, like a almost like a brown sugar kind of.
It's very good. We forgot to toast, but here's to episode 6.
Episode 6. But yeah, you definitely get like that rye spice on the finish. But it's not like overpowering or anything.
No, it's actually really good. It pairs well with this cigar for sure. So, before we go any further, I just want to remind everybody to subscribe, to like, comment, and
share.
Yeah, help us out. We're enjoying what we do. We're having a blast doing this. I look forward to it. Whenever we get together to do this.
Yeah, we're both constantly texting each other. We got this many views. We got a new sub.
There was a couple of things that somebody had mentioned.
Oh yeah, a guy on our Facebook page, which guys we're like on almost all the socials. If if you want to follow us on everywhere, there should be a link tree. And did we put it on YouTube?
I'm pretty sure if it's not on there, we will make sure it's on.
Yeah, we'll get that added so that has the links to all our socials and stuff on it. But somebody was asking, I know we talk about brick and mortars and supporting a lot, which we're both big believers in. But he was saying, like, where he lives, there's nothing really close to him. So if we can suggest some online retailers to him. So, and I mean, we do both buy a lot online too. So obviously there's nothing wrong with that. And there are some great online retailers that also have brick and mortar. So, even though they might not be local to you, you're still supporting a real, a legit shop. So I made a little list of some of the ones I like to use. And I mean, we can, I guess, talk a little bit good and bad about them. No particular order of anything, just not a ranking, but Smoke In, which is just smokein.com, smokeinn.com. They have a lot of stuff. They have a lot of exclusives. Their prices are fair. They're really big on Dunbarton.
Yeah.
Actually, I just got an email today. They're starting the Sakaween promotion. So depending on how much you spend, you can get a bunch of different swag. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust stuff. Um, this one can be. It can be great. It can be evil. Depends on how you look at it and how you play it. But Cigar Bid. You can get a lot of good stuff on there. You get a lot of crap on there, and that's one you got to be careful with reading what the auction lot, because it's an auction site if you're not familiar.
It's kind of like eBay, but for cigars.
Yeah, so you gotta, there could be a picture of a box of cigars, but the lot could actually be for a single or a 5-pack or whatever. So you just, do your due diligence, read the whole description before you go crazy bidding on something. See what it costs at Cigars International or something like that, because that's going to be probably one of the higher priced online retailers. So don't, just make sure your bid doesn't go over that. And you can set like a max bid thing. So if somebody beats your bid late at night, if you have your max bid set, it'll automatically, top it by like $1 or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't know. It's been a while since I messed with it, but I kind of was scanning it the other night. And there was some, some decent stuff
There
on
is.
there.
I mean, I've gotten great cigars off of there.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I normally, when I do it, I normally buy 5-packs. And if it's a cigar I haven't smoked before, I don't want to invest in a whole box, but I'm willing to buy 5 and try them out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but I mean, you could get 5-packs on there for $10 or $15. And again, the higher the quality, the more you're going to spend, like anything. But
yeah.
if you're new into cigars and you just want to fill your humidor up, it's a great way to fill the humidor.
And just to try different things. There's a lot of samplers and stuff on there.
Stuff, yeah.
So you can get,
and
a sampler that might be $50 on Cigar International. You might be able to pick it up for 20. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me, but you can get some really good deals on there.
And if you're ever interested and you want to take a little tutorial of how to work Cigar Bid, maybe we'll do that as a video one day. But feel free to contact me. There's different ways to get the best deals on Cigar Bid with auctions that are ending sooner than later, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, I always click ending soon.
Yeah.
When I look, and usually it'll give you stuff ending that day. Sometimes depending on what time of day, you might have a couple hours, and that's usually like I'll try to go in and snake something.
Yeah.
What else did I have here? Cigarpage.com. They have a ton of stuff. I mean, they have they have a bunch of junk on there as well, but not necessarily trash. They just have a bunch of cheaper cigars, but they do have the big name stuff at discounted prices. They probably have some of the best deals out there day to day, like stuff.
And they'll run. So the downside to Cigar Page is I probably get about 30 emails a day from them. What would you say you get about the same? I get a bunch of emails every day.
Oh yeah,
they'll have things that are like, for the next 5 hours, we're selling 5-packs of your favorite cigars for $20. It's just, you get crazy deals on there. But it's one of those things of, you just got to check each email, because
see if it's something you're interested in.
Yeah, it may be something you just you send in the trash file.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it might be something that you want, and if you just store them up, sometimes I'll store them up and I'll miss out on something, and Trey will call me and be like, "Did you see this deal?" And I'm like, "No, man, gotta let me know ahead of time," But you do get a lot of emails from them. That's the only bad thing when it comes to cigars.
Another thing with them, if you use Discord at all, join their Discord, because they post special deals on there and like Discord exclusives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another good one, especially if you're getting like boutique stuff, is Small Batch Cigars. I think it's smallbatchcigars.com. If you just search Small Batch Cigar, they'll come up. But they have They're based out of California. They have a brick and mortar there, but they do small batches, their online version, and they have stuff. It's not always like it's fair pricing. I don't think you're getting like if you're not buying it in California, you don't have to pay the California tax,
Yeah.
so it's not like overpriced. But I mean, they do run sales and promotions and stuff like that. But it's like it's it's going to be just standard pricing pretty much. But they do have a lot of good stuff. Um, then your big three are probably Cigars International, Famous Smoke Shop, and JR's. Um, Holtz is a pretty big one. Neptune is one. We mentioned that they're a bigger one. I think Atlantic. I didn't put them on the list, but Atlantic is another bigger one. They have tons of stuff.
And JR's, like whenever we go to Ybor, we actually stop at the physical location, and they have amazing deals. That's usually where we stock up in Ybor because they just have great cigars, and they'll have 50% off sales, and you know sometimes even more than that. But we'll walk out of there with boxes of cigars, and it's definitely the place to go. I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention to them online. So I don't know
I
if they have
used to
those
look
kind of
at
deals
it
online.
more often, but I don't. Yeah, I don't look at online that anymore, really. But having said that about them having deals, be careful online because I almost got tricked a while back. I think I can't remember if it was scrolling Facebook or Instagram, and it was an ad, and it was for JRs, and it was for like I think they said they had Amazon Basin, feral pigs, and all this and that, which I'm like, it was at the time it was like it was possible for them to have it, but then the box of feral pigs said it was like $70, and I was like, damn, that's a good price. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the whole thing and the website. It looked real, it looked legit, but then something like I was about to buy it and like send a text to the whole group like, "Hey guys, feral pigs for $70, like jump on it."
Yeah.
And then I was
remember you
just for a
telling me
second, I
about
was like, "Man, it sounds too good to be true." Like something caught me in my mind, and I googled just JR cigars, and so I went to their actual page, and the first thing was the big banner like, do not fall for, there's a bunch of scam sites using our logo, blah, blah, blah. Like, so then I was like, okay, thank God I didn't, like, for one, put my credit card in there and share it with my friends.
And Neptune is one that I've had a lot of good luck on. I actually bought a box of the second release of Amazon Basins, and I just happened to be searching. My wife has bought me a couple of things for Christmas from Neptune, so I was like, well, let me check Neptune out, see what they have. And I bought it was actually a price mistake that they had online, but I bought a box of Amazon Basin's second year release, and I got the box for $139
Damn.
shipped to my door, and I was like, that is crazy. And I
Should have
thought,
bought 5 of them.
well, I thought maybe it was a gimmick or something,
Yeah.
and so I was like, let me see if I actually get these before I buy 5 of them. When I went back online to buy them, the price was back at like 300 and some odd dollars. So I should have, but I was trying to play it safe just in case it was a trick or something weird, because I didn't believe that, But I went to the site, so I was like, well, let me just check it out and go from there. But I should have bought 5 at the time. And anyways, all that being said, that's a good one. And then another one that's good. So we talked about Cigar Page.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually another site called Cigar Place, Place, and that's probably my wife's favorite site. She always finds great deals on Cigar Place, and it's one that I always overlook because I'm usually on one of the other big sites looking for cigars. But she'll always go on a Cigar Place, and she'll buy boxes of cigars that she always stumbles on a deal at like half off or something like that, and so we'll get great deals on cigar boxes, um, and she finds them and she loves that site. So Cigar Place is another one.
Another one I thought about while we were talking is Cigars Daily, I think.
Cigars Daily.
They have a lot of good deals and some like some exclusives and stuff like that.
Yeah. Those are the main ones.
And there's tons of sites out there that
Yeah.
are good. Like, I mean, Cigar Federation, their prices aren't, I wouldn't say, they're not out of line. They're, I guess, normal, but they have a lot of stuff. And if you like the Ezra Zion stuff, they have all that stuff. Which those are some good cigars, but
Yeah.
sometimes they can be pricey and come off as a little gimmicky for me. Some, you know,
No, I agree.
I mean, they're still good, but just some of the, I don't know, some of it can be weird.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and smoke this down just a little bit and get past the first third, and we'll come back and let you know what we think. And hang tight. We'll see you shortly. All right. We are back. We're into the second third now, and this is a really, really good cigar. I would say, I'm going to say it's definitely medium bodied. I'd almost say medium to light, medium. To be honest with you. I wouldn't, or light to medium. I wouldn't say medium to full. It's really good. It tastes amazing. You getting any new flavors? Any new?
Like a little like woodsy note kind of coming more forward. It was a little bit there in the beginning, kind of on the background, but it's more, you know, coming a little more forward. Like a slight leather kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise it's just, it's a good cigar.
Yeah, I'm getting that woodsy flavor. What I said was possibly oak, but you know, I can't put I could pull cedar really good with other woodsy notes. I just call them woodsy notes. I just told Trey I'm also getting a little bit of cocoa on it, and it's got a really smooth, like a sweet finish to me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, kind of like almost like a sweet cream, kind of like real faint, like.
It's good. I'm enjoying it. So while we were off, we talked to you guys about Light 'em Up Cigar Club. We just did so I have a cigar box, or a cigar band box that we put all of our cigar bands into. We ran a little contest, and it was guess the amount of bands in the cigar box without going over, kind of like a Price is Right type situation. And so we were just doing that. We had to get on at 9:30 and call out the winner. That we had 1,356 bands in the box, and the one that was closest was actually 1,350, and it was Jay Bright. I think he watches.
He is a viewer, yeah, for
he's
sure.
a viewer on this. So, Jay, congratulations.
Thanks for all your support again, man.
Yeah, thank you for your support, and congratulations on your prize. But it's always fun to do that kind of stuff, and as we grow here on the channel, we'll continue to we'll bring that over here as well, and do contests with you guys.
Yeah, we've already been talking about some things we want to do as we start to grow and get a little bit bigger and a little more active community.
Yeah. So again, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Let's get active on the page, so this way we can start doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have some cigar news that you were wanting to share?
Got a few things. Not a whole lot as far as like new release stuff coming out. Other than, you know, what we're smoking. But I think I talked about that in the last one. Crown Heads has a Mil Diaz Deuce Deluxe EL 25, which is going to be 1,500 boxes of 12, and it's going to be split into 6 Habanos and 6 Maduros, and a 6 1/8 by 42, like I guess you call that a Corona. So MSRP like $11.50 a cigar. Which, I mean, the boxes, when I looked them up online, look really cool with the split, the 2 different wrappers. Other news, Hoya de Nicaragua and Drew Estate are ending their distribution deal together, and it's something that was the people from Hoya said it's nothing like no bad blood or anything. They just want to start doing their own thing because Drew Estate has handled all their, at least their U.S. distribution for the past, I don't even know how long, at least 10 years or so.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then I know Joe did a little short review the other day of the Michelef Green. They are unfortunately raising the price of all their color series by $1 a stick. So the MSRPs for the Robustus are going to be 8 now, and the Toros will be 9.
And I hear that the my review went over so good that's why they're actually raising the price.
Just they did raise the stock of them.
Just kidding, not because of us at all. But that's I hate when I hear cigar prices going up. You know, they're still an affordable cigar compared to many, and they're quality.
Oh yeah,
cigar,
definitely.
You know,
a lot of them are. A lot of the increases, other than just normal increases, are because of the tariff stuff. Which I've seen some. I think Southern Draw put out a statement like a month ago. They're raising prices because of tariffs, but if the tariffs drop, they'll come back down. Hopefully, they all follow that kind of suit.
I don't see that.
I don't know. I have seen some things, which nothing is like solid yet. How the Supreme Court is trying to block a lot of the tariffs. So, I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens with that. So.
I'm all fine. I'm all for tariffs on certain things, but no tariffs on cigars.
Yeah. Leave Nicaragua and Dominican Honduras alone.
Yeah. I would say tariff the big importers of stuff. I understand tariffs on China and stuff like that because it's one of those things where we get so much from them and they hit us with tariffs, but these third world countries that are using this to survive, using cigars to survive, and I'm fine without tariffs on cigars or tobacco products. But this is a thoroughly enjoying our cigar. Our buddy Josh just got here, and he's
waving off camera.
He's waving off camera. He said he'll get on another night, but he, as of right now, he
would rather get hair and makeup here for him. So.
Yeah, he's camera shy, we'll say. So we're gonna get off, enjoy this cigar to the final third, and we'll jump back on here in a couple of minutes and let you know what we think for the rest of it.
We're back with the final third of this thing. It's a really good cigar. The cinnamon's picking more up, I think, for me.
Gives you a little tingle on the back of your tongue.
Yeah, it's really nice. I would definitely recommend if you can find them still. I was looking today after I got this. A lot of places are sold out, but they got to still be out there somewhere because they put out I want to say like 6,000 or something like that. I forget. I put it in a note, but whatever.
I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
And if not, wait a week or two and see if you can find them at that point in time, because I'm sure that there's a couple of places out there that are probably holding on to them so that they can be the ones to have them when nobody else does. But it's really good. I'm still getting that cocoa flavor, a cocoa note, and the cinnamon's there. The woodsy taste for me went away.
Yeah, that went away for the most part.
And it's I think it's picking up a little bit more to a medium.
Yeah, like medium plus kind of.
Yeah. So it's definitely picking up. I'm enjoying it though, man.
I am. I've always enjoyed the monster stuff. Like I said, this first full size mummy I've had. I don't know. Knowing that it's now based off the black line, I guess it opens up. I've always enjoyed the mummies and like the skinnies and the other compilation things they've had, like the Smash and the Monster Mash stuff last year.
Yeah.
Which I got a whole box of the Monster Mash from last year that I've been saving. I got 2 last year and I smoked one and saved the other one. I don't know if I'm gonna smoke it this year or see if I can hold on to it for a little longer. But it's been really good.
Check out your local brick and mortars too, because if they carry tat, they may have them in store. You know, Trey picked this up from a local brick and mortar.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely check out your local brick and mortars and you know, check out those online retailers we told you about. And again, we're not getting paid for any of this or anything like that. We were asked a question from a viewer, and we wanted to give you guys the information. So something we were talking about when we were off camera, we were talking about football, and we were talking about. I watched the Dallas and Green Bay game. I think it was that Monday or was that Sunday?
I think that was Sunday night game. Yeah.
And I'm a coach for football. I'm a lacrosse coach, and I've always told my players, you don't end in a tie. And for me, it was just kind of crazy because when they tied it up at the end of that game, which let me say that whether you're a fan or not, that was a great game. I'm not necessarily a fan of either team, but that was a great game for the fact that they had like 12 lead changes, pretty awesome. And then, you know, went in overtime, and they both scored in overtime. And I was like, if I was the coach of the Packers and I knew that there's a possibility to end in a tie, which I had no idea that you could end in a tie, just that baffles me. I guess I watch more college sports than I do NFL, but and that's probably the reason why. But all that being said, if I was that coach, job on the line or not, I think I'd probably have to go for the win rather than tying it up, because I don't believe in ties. Yeah, it's just crazy. Give us your thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on in professional sports where people are getting paid millions of dollars a year to end in a tie? And then the other thing we were talking about is who is your least favorite quarterback in the NFL, and who's your favorite quarterback in the NFL? Let us know that. Make a comment. Let us know who your favorite and your least favorite quarterback is in the NFL, and what you think of ties in professional sports.
Yeah.
But anyways, this has been a great cigar. Thank you, Trey. I appreciate you providing the cigar.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the whiskey here too.
Yeah, man. But we hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, again, subscribe, like, share, and definitely give us a comment. Even if you didn't like it, give us a comment. Let us know, you know, what you think and what we could do better.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's about it for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you guys have a great night. But
maybe next time we'll get Josh on camera.
Yeah, he's waving again, just to let you know. But we hope you guys have a good night, and don't forget, light them up.
Keep them lit.